Hello everybody, it's Splash back with another video here. It's quite late at night, so I'm going to try and be quiet, but I thought I'd do another video in my top 10 series because I've basically forgotten about it. Come back into the kitchen because it seems to be the only place I can get any natural light, because the windows are the only ones that don't have curtains, so and I don't really like opening them. So yeah, we're going to look at my top 10 films in the comic book category, and specifically superheroes. So there's a lot of films that are good comic book films. I really enjoyed stuff like Sin City and V for Vendetta, but I don't count them as superheroes, even if they're doing good, or like V is a Vigilante or whatever. Yeah, and stuff like Hannah, which apparently is a comic book, but that's not here. There's also honourable mentions to Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America that don't make the list. Maybe Avengers will when I see it, but this is just the top 10 for the ones I've seen. So we're going to go straight into it with number 10, and that is Batman the Movie Special Edition. The original Adam West Batman film, a fun comedy, but also a really fun, comic book hero movie, and it has all of the Batman villains in one film. So it's always a good film to check out, and it looks good in high def. Number 9, it's The Punisher. Obviously he's a bit of an anti-hero in a way, but I was sort of torn between this and Ghost Rider, and I think The Punisher is a better film, so it gets in the list. And John Travolta in a movie that I don't. He's not John Travolting. That didn't really work. John Travolting, Revolting, whatever. But yes, The Punisher's at number 9. Number 8 is Watchmen. And I know a lot of people didn't like this film. I felt it was too long. And this is the director's cut, which I think I've only ever seen once. And having not read the book until afterwards, I can see what people were getting at. But I enjoyed it for what it was. It's a different type of comic book movie, graphic novel movie, and it's definitely more adult. But I think it's a slow burner. If you give it a chance, it can be enjoyable. So now we're going to get into the more well-known ones. Number 6 is Batman. Number 7, sorry, is Batman from 1989, with Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, and Kim Basinger. That old joke. But yeah, it's a great film, and again, it's very dark. A lot like the newer movies, the Nolan films. But has to have a place in the top 10, I think. So next is number 6, and this is the one and only X-Men film on the list. Is X-Men First Class. I was trying to figure out which X-Men film to include, and I just think this is probably slightly better than the first X-Men movie, and then this sort of got progressively worse until this one. So yeah, this goes in here. Just a really good action film, and a good starting place if you haven't watched the X-Men films. This sort of reboots it in a way, and I really love this steelbook cover. It's awesome. So at the top 5, number 5 is Iron Man. Iron Man 2 is not on this list because I didn't think it was anywhere near as good. But Iron Man's an awesome movie, and I think for anyone who's not even a superhero fan, doesn't really enjoy the genre, if you watch it, you can just enjoy this film. It's a good action film, a good popcorn flick. So we get into the top 4. So I start to get out of breath. I'm not well these days. Number 4 is Kick-Ass. I know it's not one of the major superheroes when you think about superheroes, but it's just such a good film. I had to include it, and had to include it high up on the list. Just a great movie, and again something a little bit different to the usual superhero film. So now we have the top 3. These were hard to get in any order, so it's tough, but I'm putting them in the order that they are here. for various reasons. Number 3 is Spider-Man, and this is really joint between Spider-Man 1 and 2. The reason it's number 3 is because Spider-Man 3 lets it down as a trilogy. I haven't seen Amazing Spider-Man. I'm not going to watch it until it comes out on Blu-ray, but I don't know if it'll really match Spider-Man 1 and 2. They really were very good, and Spider-Man's an iconic, superhero. So he's at number 3. Number 2 is Superman, and this is basically for Superman and Superman 2. Again, joint. I just love those films when I was a kid, and was my favourite superhero films for a long, long time. My eBay ID is based on Superman, and my Steelbook collection. My Steelbook love as well. But I love this set as well. So Superman is in at number 2, but was number 1 for a very long time. And number 1 is, of course, Chris Nolan's version of Batman, and it's Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, specifically The Dark Knight. Such a great movie. What can you say about it? It's pretty much the perfect film in many ways. It's got a bit of everything, and this is a movie that anyone can enjoy, even if they're not fans of Batman. Some people may not even realise what it's all about until they start watching it. Obviously, with it just being called The Dark Knight, I'm very sure that this will be joined by Dark Knight Rises when I get to see that at the top of the list. But perfect villain and a perfect story. So Dark Knight is definitely number 1, and Batman Begins is very good as well, but it doesn't quite match up to Dark Knight. As with all good trilogies, it gets better as it goes along rather than worse. So that is the top 10 comic book movies, or superheroes, whatever you want to call it. May as well be superheroes in a way, because there's a few Supermans there and Batmans, but I think I'll just mark it down as top 10 comic book movies, whatever. So this is another one done on the list. Up next will be top 10 action, which I'm going to do tomorrow, ahead of my 100th video, which will be up hopefully on Saturday. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care.